Hi, I'm Invalid Ghost, and today we're going to watch another episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. We are on Season 1, Episode 18. Home Soil. The title's not, Okay, yeah, it is Home Soil. Okay, good. This one is obviously about a house that is on some soil. I'm kidding, I don't know what this one's about at all. I don't remember, and there's no summary, so, who knows? Who knows, man? I'm sure when we start watching, I'll remember. Anyway, I haven't uploaded that last episode yet, so I have no idea how that went down. I'm hoping you guys couldn't tell how tired I was. I mean, I didn't even say my name in that episode. I forgot to do a proper intro. You know what? That's okay. It's fine. You guys probably didn't even notice. I'm still tired today. It's not like there's a difference between last time and this time. There's no difference. Anyway, hi, I'm Invalid Ghost, aka Teeny Bopper Slumber Party fan. I react to Star Trek videos. That's right, this is a reaction video. Not the full video. It's gonna have my voice, and it's not gonna be that fun. It's not gonna be that fun. No, it's gonna be incredibly fun. In fact, this is gonna be the funnest Star Trek content you will ever see in your freaking life. But if you're not here for that, that's okay. You can go. I'm okay. I'm okay if you don't want that. If you're looking for something more scientific, something more grounded in reality, and something that has less rambling, that's okay. I understand. You don't have to stay. The door is always open. It's always open, man. I don't lock you in. You can go. I'm not trapping you here. Please, you can go. I'm actually begging you. Please, go. Leave. Don't stay. The door is open. Why don't you see the giant, wide open door? You can go. You're free, man. You're free. Free as a bird. Anyway. Today I saw Nope in theaters. It's a sci-fi thriller, or maybe sci-fi horror. I don't know what exactly the genre of that movie is, but it was pretty good. A little creepy. It made me think of UFOs differently. Basically, for those of you who haven't seen Nope, don't worry, this isn't a huge spoiler, but the main monster in it is basically a giant, jellyfish-looking UFO creature. That is the creature. The creature is a UFO that's alive, and the reason why I call it a jellyfish as well is because, later on it gets these tentacles. Anyway, not really tentacles. You know what? It doesn't matter. It looked kind of like a jellyfish to me, and it was reminding me of Star Trek: The Next Generation, the first episode, actually, Encounter at Farpoint. Because in that episode, at the end, it's revealed that the aliens there are actually giant jellyfish and they just go out into space. Anyway, this movie had, one of those creatures, right? But it didn't look exactly like a jellyfish. It looked more like its own thing, very creative looking and very creepy looking, actually. I didn't like it, mainly because I don't like jellyfish, as you may know if you've watched this channel long enough. I mean, I'm sure if I wanted to, I could go through all the 110 or 11 episodes, however many there were, of Morrowind, and go back to every single instance of me seeing a netch and calling it ugly and horrible. Disgusting, alien-looking jellyfish creature. I could probably clip all of those moments, and it'd probably be at least an hour long, because I yelled at those things a lot. I do not like jellyfish creatures. Jellyfish-looking things that float in the air. I don't like it. It's unnatural. It's disturbing. Anyway, Nope was a great movie. It was pretty funny. It wasn't really scary. Well, I mean, there were a few scares. I wouldn't really call them scares, though. It was more like just creepy or gross. Gross because of all the blood. Creepy because of all the blood. And also, murdering of humans and horses. Thankfully, the horse murder was not as bloody and disturbing as the human murder, I mean, I'm okay with some human murder, but horses? No, man, those are my babies. I can't watch horses die. And more humans were killed than horses in the film, in case anyone else is worried about the horses. Anyway, good movie. Good movie. I didn't like the creature. Well, I mean, I liked the creature because it scared me. It was creepy, but I didn't like it because it was jellyfish. Does that make sense? It was a good thing that I didn't like it, by the way. I shouldn't like the monster. Anyway, it made me think about UFOs differently, and now I'm kind of scared of them. Because what if they aren't ships? What if they're jellyfish creatures? And why did I never ever think about that before? Anyway, before I begin today's episode, I know I've already been talking for 5-6 minutes. If you guys know me, you know I'm famous for my very long and boring, drawn-out intros. Okay, so I have this thing I wanted to show you guys, and I'm zooming out because I don't want you guys to look at it just yet. Because, you know, I want to be able to read it to you guys and waste more of your time. Anyway, this is a ranking system that I have created in my spare time because I'm kind of just a dork like that. It is called Ghost's Highly Opinionated Star Trek Ranking System, or Ghosters for short. This is a ranking system that I will now use from now and forever until whenever we stop watching the show again, which who knows how long that will be in the future. I don't know. I don't know how many episodes we're going to be able to do of this show or any other shows of Star Trek, but this is the rating system I'm going to use for Star Trek shows, specifically Star Trek related shows. So yeah, at the end of these episodes, I'm now going to rank the show that I watched. I thought that would add a little bit of something to this series. You know, because at the end of this show, I'm always like, well, I mean, that was okay, that was good, that was okay, it was okay, it was good, you know, but I don't really give, like, a solid, detailed report of what I thought of what I just watched, mainly because I'm usually very tired after sitting through, like, an hour-long show. Not because I'm not having a good time or anything like that, it's just, you know, it's a lot to sit and react for an entire hour straight, and also I usually do these videos at night nowadays. It is 11:01 p.m. on a Friday, by the way, in case you were wondering. So yeah, again, it's late at night, I'm gonna be tired. It's just not super easy for me to come up with, stuff on the spot. So hopefully this ranking system will help me, like, show off exactly what I thought of what I just watched, you know, instead of just giving, like, a vague description of what I think, because most of the time I'm like, oh, that was okay, or that was really boring, or, you know, I don't give it a number, and I think this will just help you guys understand how I feel about each episode, and it's just, it might be fun. It might be fun. You guys might not agree with my rating, and that's okay, you know. You guys can let me know in the comment section where you would put it in your own version of this ranking system, or whatever. It'll be fun. It's fun. It's a bit of commenter interaction, you know. You guys get to see my opinion. You get to share your opinion. It's fun. It's a fun little thing to enjoy. I mean, I may say one episode's unwatchable, and someone else may think it's pretty much perfect. It allows discussion and debate in the comments. Friendly debate, that is. I want to be clear on that. Friendly debate, not to the death debate. But, you know, it could be fun. Anyway, the ranking system goes from 0 to 10, as I just sort of showed. The ratings are all named. 0 is unwatchable, 1 is barely watchable, 2 is watchable once, 3 is would watch again if rewatching the entire show, or the whole show, 4 is it's okay, 5 is average, 6 is good, 7 is very good, 8 is great, and it rhymes too, 9 is excellent, and 10 is pretty much perfect. The reason why 10 is called pretty much perfect and not perfect is because there is no such thing as a perfect show. Pretty much, in my opinion. I don't think anything is perfect. There will always be flaws with something. Perhaps I may not see the flaws, but someone else may. You know, there is no perfect show. But a 10, for me, is like the show that I just watched is pretty much perfect. Like, even despite its flaws, it is still pretty much perfect. Anyway, let's quickly go through, well, I mean, I say quickly, but Jesus Christ, this is gonna take a while. It's okay, because after I explain it once, I'll never have to explain it again. Of course, it's kind of odd that I'm explaining the rating system in the middle of the series and not at the beginning of the series, and oh, I probably should put this in a different video or something, but I'm not going to because I'm just not a good YouTuber. It's fine. If you guys are watching in order, you guys are the real MVPs if you're watching this in order. Good on you. If you're not watching this in order, you're okay too. But you're a little chaotic. And, if you don't understand the ranking system, that's really on you. It's not on me. It's on you for not watching these in order. Okay, anyway, number 0. Unwatchable. Unwatchable Star Trek episodes can suffer from bad camera work, terrible effects, awful writing, plot holes, or bad twists, breaking previous knowledge of the show. For example, like how in Star Trek Discovery, when the Klingons were taking their dead, were beaming up their dead bodies or something. I can't really remember. I only watched the first 2 episodes of Discovery. And it was a long time ago, but I remember the Klingons were just done really wrong in those first 2 episodes. The Klingons were not acting how we know them to act in previous Star Trek episodes, so, that would have been an example of breaking previous knowledge of the show. I'm not saying that those were unwatchable episodes, I'm just explaining what this means. Anyway, characters acting strangely or unnaturally for no reason. Awful alien or set design, so, things just look gross or stupid or weird or dumb. For example, all human-looking aliens are kind of just boring and basic and not really good representation of aliens unless they have some in-show reason, in-episode reason as to why they look so human. Whereas something like a Klingon, which has that, they have that thing on their head, yeah, and they got the sharp teeth and stuff. They look more like an actual humanoid alien rather than just a human. I mean, don't get me wrong, Klingons are still pretty human-looking, but they at least look different, unique. Too political or just not fun. Killing off a character for the sake of drama and nothing more. And unsatisfying end. The ending is unsatisfying. Example. Well, I haven't put any here yet. You can see that I've put some episodes down in the other rankings. We'll get into that in a second. But anyway, right over here I just have an example. Oh, I'm sure there's at least one of these, but I can't think of it right now, so yeah, there's really nothing here. There's no examples, there's nothing. But we'll probably find an unwatchable episode eventually. I'm sure we will, at least one of them. And under rank 1, barely watchable. Barely watchable episodes can suffer from anything rank 0 has, and also may be incredibly boring, or it may have random unnecessary scenes in it, or side plot, or the side plot that's in it may not be needed, it may be boring, or take away from the main story, may have bad acting, it may just not be fun. It's an episode that's just not fun, but not absolutely horrible. So I actually do have episodes that I've put in this rank. Also, keep in mind that I did rank all of these episodes many weeks and months after watching them a second time, so I don't really necessarily remember my true feelings of these episodes, so they may get moved around in the future if I, change my mind. But for right now, we do have a couple of episodes which I have watched, which I have already reacted to in the past on this channel. So Season 1, Episode 15 is on here. That's the one with the binars. Title is 11001001. I put that one in here because I thought that just wasn't good. It just wasn't good. It was pretty boring. I mean, it did have interesting aliens, but that was the only good thing about it. Everything else kind of sucked, and the aliens, even though they're interesting, I know we'll never see them again, so it's like there's no point to even introducing them. Okay, next we have Season 1, Episode 16, Too Short a Season. That one is the one where that guy is there and he grows old and dies. and there was this alien race that was like in civil war for 40 years or something, and yeah, I didn't like that one. I thought it was kind of boring and mean-spirited. I mean, it wasn't terrible, which is why it's in barely watchable and not unwatchable. But I didn't like it. I don't remember if I hated it this much, but I just didn't like it. I remember that. Okay, and the third and final one that we have on here is Season 1, Episode 17, When the Bow Breaks, which I just watched in the last episode, so my thoughts on this one are pretty fresh, and yeah, that one... Look, the children in this episode did a wonderful job for children. They did a great job of, doing their parts, and it was very cute. It was a very cute episode. However, the story in the episode didn't make any goddamn sense, and it just sucked. The characters that they met, those aliens, the Aldeans, whatever they're called, they sucked. They were bad aliens. I didn't like them. They were boring, and they were kind of crazy. They didn't really make much sense. We didn't really get much detail when it came to them either. Like, we didn't really get to see that they were even ever a perfect society. We just got to see the collapse of their society. There was just a lot wrong with this particular episode, and I mean, if you want to know my full thoughts on it, or my reaction to it anyway, you can go watch the previous episode. Because that was that one. Anyway, number 2, watchable once. So, rank 2 can suffer from anything rank 0 or 1 has, but is at least interesting enough for a one-time watch. So, this is basically something that I'm like, yes, you should watch this at least once in your life. Barely watchable, I'm like, you can skip this and still enjoy the show. You don't need to watch these. Rank 2 episodes may be bad, but they may include important story or character details. So, it's just a little bit better than 1. Okay, so episodes in this rank, I did put 2 episodes here. I put the first 2 episodes of the show in here, Encounter at Farpoint, because that episode is very boring, but I do think people should at least watch it once to get a feel for the show, since it is the first and second episode of the show. They go hand in hand, and it introduces everyone pretty well. And plus McCoy's in it, so that bumps it up at least a little bit. But it's not a great first 2 episodes. It's pretty boring and drags on a lot, and Q, he becomes a great character later on, but in the beginning, you're not gonna like him. He kinda sucks. A lot of things suck about these first 2 episodes. Anyway, the other episode I put in here is episode 14, Angel 1, and that one is the one with the women. The planet that's ruled by women. The women are in charge, the men are not equal to the women, and yeah, that one, it had an interesting premise, but I don't think they did very well with it. I think it kinda... It needed to be rewritten. Anyway, next ranking is 3, which is would watch again if rewatching the whole show. That may sound kind of similar to watchable once, but to make this make more sense, 2 is watchable once. So I would say watch these one time and then never again, and 3 is like, okay, you can watch it again, but only if you're going to rewatch the whole show. Anyway, these can suffer from anything ranks 0, 1, or 2 has, but is interesting enough to not skip over it when rewatching the whole show. I could have just read that instead of explaining it. Anyway, may include interesting or unique plot lines or characters, and it may not live up to the potential expected of it. Episodes I put in this rank are Season 1, Episode 6, Where No One Has Gone Before. That is the one where the man shows up and... what is he called? The Watcher, the Observer, the Seer, I forgot what he's... The Wanderer, no, the Explorer, the guy who takes an interest in Wesley, and he turns invisible or something. That guy. That's where he shows up for the first time. It's an interesting premise, and that guy's kind of important, so you should probably watch this. And you're probably gonna need to watch it again, if you want to watch the show again. But it's not that interesting, it's pretty boring, it drags on, and, it's not great. It's not a great episode. And I also put Season 1, Episode 7, Lonely Among Us, here, and I can't remember what that one's about. Oh, no, that one's the one that has the ending where the ending sounded a lot more exciting than the entire show. Because the ending was like, hey, somebody murdered someone. And then they didn't do anything with that. But anyway, that was the episode where there's these 2 alien species on board the ship, and there's also like a the blue goop. It's the blue goop episode. If you know me, if you've watched this series, you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the blue goop. So you get it, right? That's the blue goop episode. Alright, next we have 4, which is, it's okay. It's a little bit below average. It's just okay. It can suffer from anything ranks 1, 2, or 3 has, but probably not anything rank 0 has, or very little from rank 0. It is worth watching again if you really want to for whatever reason. It's not great, but not bad. Episodes that I put in this rank are Season 1, Episode 8, Justice. That is the one where Wesley he's like put on trial for stepping on grass or whatever. God wants to kill Wesley for stepping on grass. That's the episode. It's Wesley versus God in the courtroom. It's a funny episode simply because of that, but it's not great, it's just okay. It's okay. It's an okay episode. I also put Season 1, Episode 9, The Battle, in here, and that's the one where the Ferengi is like, he's using the Simon Says. I love my own terminology, man. The Ferengi guy, he's using his Simon Says to mind control Picard. Yeah, that one's okay. That one's okay. I don't remember this one that well, so I may have to rewatch that one just to remember where to put it, but I know it's not very high on the list. I just threw it in, it's okay, because I really couldn't remember what I felt about it, but I know it's not that high. It might be 5, it might be 3. I put it in 4, because honestly I wasn't sure. Anyway, 5 is average. Average episodes can suffer from anything ranks 1, 2, or 3 has, but nothing from rank 0. Usually these episodes are, maybe not nothing from rank 0, but, mostly nothing. Anyway, usually those episodes are just too boring to put any higher. They may suffer from bad pacing, they are a standard Star Trek experience, and they may use an overused plot, trope, or be cliched. For example, I'm expecting to put probably a couple of Deadly Holodeck episodes here, maybe. We'll see if that happens, though. Episodes in this rank, I put Season 1, Episode 5, The Last Outpost, on here. I believe that's the one where we meet the Ferengi for the first time. I put that one in here mainly because, 1, I couldn't remember how much I hated it or liked it. I knew it wasn't high up on the list, so I put in 5, average. It introduces the Ferengi. Does it introduce them well? No. No, because the Ferengi act like complete maniacs in that episode compared to how they are portrayed later on. Anyway, I'm not quite sure if I like it. If I like this episode here, I might put it lower. I don't think I'd put it any higher. I don't know. I can't remember my feelings about that one. But I put it in 5 for now. 6 is good. Good episodes can suffer from anything ranks 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 has, except it isn't boring. There's standard pacing, they may have very good interaction between characters, and they can have good alien or set design. Episodes in this rank, I put Season 1, Episode 3, The Naked Now, in here. That may seem like a kind of a weird one to put in here, considering that episode is pretty out of place in the show, considering it comes right after the first 2 episodes, and the first 2 episodes go hand in hand, so it's basically like episode number 2. It's kind of jarring. They went from a pretty serious episode to a very goofy one, but taking it out of its order, I just like this episode. I think it's funny and goofy, and cheesy, and I'm a pretty big fan of goofy, funny, cheesy things. Some people may not agree with that, and that's okay. You know I didn't want to put it any higher than this, simply because it may even be too goofy for me. But I like it. I really do like episode 3. I just wish they had used this kind of like idea later on, but unfortunately we got it really early on. Or maybe that's a good thing. I have no idea. In any case, I like the episode. I think it's a good episode. Not a great episode. Not perfect. Nowhere near perfect, but it's good. I also put Season 1, Episode 9, Hide and Q in here, because even though I have a lot of issues with that particular episode, since Riker acts like a complete crazy person in it, I do like the idea, and I would like the episode if it were just done a little bit better. It would be so much better of an episode. But, I think it beats The Last Outpost, and that's why I put it here. That's really the only reason. It beats this episode, so I put it here. I was like, I can't put Hide and Q in the same rank as I put The Last Outpost. That would just not... No one would want that, so I put it a little bit higher. Even though I do have issues with this episode. And I also put Season 1, Episode 10, Haven in here. Haven is the one... Oh god, which one's Haven? I can't remember. It's not coming to me. I was doing so good, too. Dang. Okay, well, I can't remember what Haven is. Maybe I will in a bit. Next, we have Rank 7, Very Good. Very good episodes can suffer from a few things from any previous rank, but it also has a unique plot premise which is utilized well or decently. So, not super well, but, it's okay. It's a decent plot premise. It's unique. It has good character development, may have good relationship development between two or more characters. It's fun to watch, and there's good alien or set design. Episodes in this rank, I put Season 1, Episode 4, Code of Honor in here. I'm actually not sure about this ranking. I'm not sure if I like Code of Honor this much, but I did put it in here because I do like to watch Tasha beat people up. I like to watch anyone beat people up, honestly. And the way that Tasha fights reminds me so much of Kirk that it just makes me happy to see her fight. Which is why I put that episode in here. By the way, that's the one where Tasha fights that lady... Yarina, in order to avoid marrying this man. I forgot his name. But yeah, that's that episode, in case you were wondering. It's the one with the music sticks, the annoying sticks, whatever I called them, and that guy who dies because he was sitting in the splash zone. And, yeah, I like that episode. I do like that episode. I'm just not sure if it's very good or good. Like, I was very iffy on whether I should put it in good or very good, but I ended up putting it in very good simply because, again, I do like to watch Tasha beat people up. That episode does remind me a lot of Kirk, because Tasha basically is female Kirk. Female Kirk, but also with trauma. Anyway, the other episode I put in here is Season 1, Episode 12, The Big Goodbye. That's the first holodeck episode, which I thought was leagues better than the second holodeck episode, which was way over here, the binary one. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Pretty good, man. I like that one. It's not great, but it was pretty good. I'd watch it again. It's fun. It's a fun episode. I think these two are both fun. They can both be considered fun. Anyway, in 8, we have great, that's the next ranking. Great episodes can suffer from very few things from any previous rank. They may also include good things from any previous rank. They may have actual funny moments, rich in story or lore, not too much technobabble, and they may even be scientific for its time. The only episode I put in here so far is Data Lore, episode 13 of Season 1. That's the one where we get to meet Data's brother for the first time. I don't think I have too many issues with this episode. In fact, I could even put it higher, but I'm not sure if I like it that much. Again, it's been a while since I watched this episode, so I wasn't really sure where to put it, but I do think it is my favorite episode of Season 1 so far, so that's why I did put it above all the other episodes of Season 1 that we've watched so far. I don't know if it deserves a higher ranking than this, because I've just forgotten. I need to watch it again. So, if you guys think it deserves a higher rating, you let me know. If you think it deserves a lower rating, you guys let me know. You guys let me know all your opinions on this. I'm interested. Curious to know what you guys think about my rating, if you agree with any of these, disagree with any of these. Maybe I've forgotten my own feelings about these episodes. Maybe you guys will be shocked about where I put some episodes. Maybe you'll be like, what? Didn't you say you liked Justice? And then I'll go back and watch my reaction and be like, oh yeah, maybe I did like it a bit more and put it in a different rank. I don't know. I might have to rewatch my own videos to make this list a bit better, but anyway. That's all of the episodes I've ranked for Season 1 right now, so there's nothing in these last two rankings. Speaking of those last two rankings, we are on Number 9, excellent. Excellent episodes can suffer from a very select few things from any previous rank. They may also include any amount of good things from any rank. They are an episode I wouldn't mind watching twice in a row. It has a good ending. By a good ending, I don't necessarily mean that the ending is happy. I just mean that the ending is good. It's a good, solid ending. Like, we get a conclusion that I am happy with. I'm satisfied with the ending. Doesn't necessarily have to be happy. It's just a good ending. It makes you think. It's not boring at all. Not even a little bit. No parts that drag on. That's pretty rare for Star Trek. And it has small details in it which add a lot to the characters or story. I'll explain what that means whenever I run across an episode that I think is a 9. Anyway, number 10, final ranking, pretty much perfect. These episodes can suffer from maybe one or two things from any previous rank. They include many good things from any previous rank. They are an episode I wouldn't mind watching once every day. If I was, forced to. They may have a feeling of nostalgia for me when I watch it. It's unique, fun, just a joy to experience, and these episodes are also very rare. So don't expect me to put too many episodes in 10. I am not a person who ranks things highly when I'm being serious. When I'm not being serious, oh yeah, I'll rank things high all the time. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've listed some games as being 10 out of 10 games when I really think they're more like a 6 or a 7. But yeah, when I'm being serious like this, I tend to rank things pretty low. Especially if I don't like them. If I don't like them, they will be pretty low on my list. So hopefully I don't hurt anybody's feelings. But again, this is called Highly Opinionated Star Trek Ranking System for a reason. These are just my opinions. They are not fact. Everyone can have their own opinions. If you guys think the binary episode belongs in Pretty Much Perfect, you go ahead and have that opinion. I'm not gonna get the Simon Says tool out and start brainwashing you to believe that episode is terrible like I think it is. Or if you think Data Lore is unwatchable. Actually, no, if you think Data Lore is unwatchable, you're crazy. Anyway, now that I've wasted 40 minutes of your time, let's waste another hour of your time. Because, even though this episode's only 45 minutes long, 50 minutes long? How long are these episodes? I don't know. I talk for a long time. It'll be another hour. We're gonna be here for at least another hour. Let's begin. Oh, wait. Before we begin, where's my phaser? Can't forget to fire it. That one was a 3-shot. That means this is a lucky number or something like that. I don't know. Let's go.
Remove your helmet. It takes very special people to live in such desolation.
Oh Oh god, I gotta remember that one. It takes very special people. So I'm writing that one down. Captain, you can't just throw gold like that at me and expect me to ignore it. That one's going right next to, God, what was the one about humans being prejudiced? Okay, hold on. Can you go back? I need to write that down, word for word. Yeah, I really am writing this down. I actually did write down some other quotes, you know, that I've been using. Oh, here we go. These are the lines. I just found it. Yay. There's I am Captain Kirk. Yes, that's one of my favorites from the original series. Then we have, French being an obscure language. That was a Data quote. Prejudice is very human. That's the one I was trying to remember earlier. Another Data quote. Dropping hats. That was a Tasha quote, actually. I do use the term dropping hats to mean sex. And, this awakens a memory remnant. Yeah, that one's good too. Okay, well now I need to add, it takes very special people to live in such desolation to that list. Yes, I need to remember these so that I can use them often.
I've always wanted to see terraforming in operation.
Okay, so we're gonna watch Terraforming. Cool, it's like Spore, except it's not Spore. Man, I want to play Spore now.
This is Captain Picard of the Starship Enterprise.
They're not responding, Captain.
No malfunctioning equipment on either side, sir. They are receiving us.
Ah. Interesting. So they're dead, I think.
Well, R3 base.
Maybe no one's home.
Exactly, I think they're dead.
We are sensing life forms, sir.
Maybe they just don't like you guys. They're snubbing you.
And expecting visitors.
And we don't want any visitors. We hate visitors. Please fly away.
Terraform command.
We were a little behind, but we're back on schedule.
Is this the one? No. I was gonna say, is this the one where there's like the Roombas that Data gets attached to? I don't think I should call them Roombas. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't remember what they look like. But you know, they're like little robots. And Data gets attached to them because he's a robot too, and he's like, they might be sentient. And they're like Roombas or something. I don't know if that's this episode, but it could be.
I'd like to...
Oh, the counselor might be sensing something. I don't know, we're looking at her. So she's gotta be sensing something. Otherwise we wouldn't be looking. Oh, look, she's gonna whisper to him.
We alarm him for some reason.
We have some holodecks which you might enjoy.
Ooh, holodecks that we might enjoy. Yeah, you can experience dropping hats in VR.
Sir, we cannot afford the time.
Who could resist dropping hats in VR?
Channel closed. His fear is escalating.
Oh no. Well, you might actually be sensing me. I do have a very high anxiety. It's, a medical issue.
I sense deliberate concealment, sir.
Oh, deliberate concealment. That's an interesting emotion.
What?
I don't know, but it's intense.
I don't know, but he's hiding something, I know that. I don't know what, I can't freaking read their minds, Captain. I can only sense their emotions. Did you forget episode 1 already?
He is concealing something.
He's got dead bodies in his basement.
More than just being too busy.
How do you know? How do you know that, How can you sense that?
Down has sent him almost to a point of panic.
Maybe he's just antisocial, man. I mean, your rival would give me panic, too.
As you wish.
Poor guy. I bet he just has anxiety. He's just an introvert. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise on its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. I can't skip. I have to skip manually. Home soil. Look at this. This reminds me of Star Trek the original series. This set here. Those very boxy looking computers, those chairs, the frickin' red floor, everything about this screams original series, and I love it. The look, I like the aesthetic, that is. Jesus Christ, we took nearly everybody. I think the only person missing is Worf, and I guess the Doctor. And Picard, of course, but he never comes down. We got nearly everyone here. We got Riker, the Counselor, Geordi, Tasha, and Data.
Welcome to Valara 3.
Well, she's peppy. She's not the introvert. See, she likes you guys. She's an extrovert. The other guy, definitely an introvert. He just doesn't want people around.
Louisa Kim, Gardener of Edens.
Commander William Riker,
Gardener of Edens. What a title.
USS Enterprise.
And Bjorn Benson, Chief Engineer.
I'm not remembering this episode. You know, nothing is hitting me as familiar yet. Data? You know how to shake hands, right? You've been on Earth for 26 years. You should know how to shake hands. You can let go now, or otherwise it's gonna get romantic.
An android?
And third in command of the Enterprise.
The dude is just like, an android? Let me look at your hand.
Right?
Okay, that's a little invasive.
Are there others like you?
Jesus, this guy's a little obsessive.
Excuse me.
That guy's in love.
We don't get many
She's like, I'm sensing needs. I'm sensing some high sexual attraction.
visitors. How much do you know about the process?
Nothing. We're all stupid.
Theories, reports, but nothing firsthand.
He's the only one that knows anything, because he's Google.
Oh, you're helpful.
The other two are secretive, but she is as open as she appears.
You know, it's not nice to gossip, Counselor Troy.
What we're doing is terraforming. Makes you feel a little godlike.
That's not a good thing to say when you're on Star Trek, anyway. Usually, you know, if you have a god complex, you're a bad person in these kinds of shows, even if you just have a little bit of a god complex.
It must also be without life or the prospect of life developing naturally.
Oh, I bet it has the prospect of life developing naturally or some garbage, and they can't terraform here, and because of, I don't know, ants or something, and because of the Prime Directive, Picard's gonna stop them from destroying this planet, and they're gonna have to go somewhere else or something, right? Yeah, that's probably this whole entire episode's premise.
We take over.
I think Riker likes this lady. He keeps smiling at her like a weirdo. You know, he's given her that smile that he gives all the ladies that he's into, which is every lady that he looks at.
We introduce microorganisms.
Ah, this part sounds interesting. I like the microorganisms.
And when the process
About to have a micro-orgasm over here. God. Ignore that joke, it sucked.
will have a lush, arable biosphere.
Ah, just like Spore.
Make it sound poetic.
Not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. She explained it quite logically and boringly.
I think it's the best job in the universe.
You know, you're not wrong. I would love that job. If I could take that job, if that job was available in today's age, I would take it. I think I'd be very happy as a terraformer. Unfortunately, that job is probably not gonna be a real job for several hundreds of years. Yes, I understood all of that.
Could the increased conductivity be caused by the high saline content?
That was my
You mean the high salt content? Okay. I know what saline means.
first thought, but
Arthur, the factors do not support that conclusion.
What was with that? I don't know. Does he not like salt? I don't get it. Is he saltist?
What you're doing here is miraculous.
And then she turns to Riker. He's still hiding something. I can sense it. Right in front of his face.
Shouldn't you be in the hydraulic chamber, Arthur?
Now?
Now?
Yes.
I don't like the hydraulic chamber. Makes my butt look big.
Which would require extreme precision from the probe controls.
Is that important? Is that important? Because it was kind of putting me to sleep.
Here we have something that may be of interest to you.
I don't know, they seem pretty interested about the water and the sand and the pumps or whatever.
A vegetation graph.
Oh, yes. Vegetation. Can't wait. Sounds super exciting.
Incredible.
Wow. I understand exactly what we're looking at. Definitely looks like you're growing some grass.
You see grand romantic concepts. I see unyielding rock under an ocean of sand.
I see a graph that doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. And the counselor sees deception and lies!
Commander!
What is it, Deanna?
I'm sensing somebody dying!
Malenson, he's in trouble!
He's in the hydraulic chamber, he's getting pressed and to death. He's being squashed. Jesus Christ, couldn't you have sensed that just a little bit earlier? Jesus Christ, I don't remember this. So much screaming, holy frig, I just watched a semi-horror film. I don't need to listen to this. I'm about to go to bed after this, frig. I like how Tasha just looks like she's looking down at her phone. I know that she's not. It's like, I don't know, the leapfrog or whatever, but she looks so nonchalant about this guy screaming bloody murder in the other room. In fact, they all look like they don't care. Is he dead? Come on, show me the body. Don't be weenies. Don't wimp out. I want to see the body. Oh, there's just some smoke. And, I mean, with all the explosions, I expected there to be a little bit more damage. Oh, he's dead. I don't really get what happened. Oh god, now we're looking at bras or something. What even is this? Horse. Oh god, it's a shaving commercial. Oh god, what was that shot? We didn't need that shot. Jesus Christ.
First officers 464.5.
Okay, you see that? The numbers actually are reduced from the last numbers. I'm pretty sure the last episode had 5 something, not 4 something, so we're going backwards in time, apparently.
3. Critically injured by a laser drill, which appears to have malfunctioned.
The laser drills are gaining sentience, and they're turning against their creators. I don't know. Again, I don't actually remember this episode.
Safe in there now.
Woo! Tasha goes in first. Good job, Tasha.
Going in.
I will go with you.
Okay, we'll go with you, and then everyone else just stands back. It's not that scary, guys. I know the lasers killed this man, but Jordy said he'd turn him off, and I trust Jordy. Tasha's not gonna die yet, you know. It's not her time. Yet.
Beam up to sickbay.
Why did Data need to go with her? He was there for emotional support.
We should be with him.
You know what? You're right. You should be. You're his team. So we're leaving the other guy here and Jordy? Okay.
It's almost as if the laser drill seemed to operate with a will.
So it either gains sentience or somebody's a murderer, and this has become a murder mystery.
I can't explain it.
It was probably that guy. He probably did it.
The laser
He's into robots. He probably did it.
blasts. Well, maybe Arthur stopped it, only not in time.
He did it. He's acting really suspicious already. He did it. He programmed the laser to murder Arthur. He didn't like him because, I don't know, he liked salt or something, and this guy is against salt. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting out of it.
Then what are you suggesting?
uncertain.
Me too.
Jordy, please return power to the control console in this room.
But Data, you might get blown up if you do that.
I wish to reactivate the program.
You got it.
Okay, sure. Let's blow you up, buddy. Oh, it's going right to your neck. Data, you might want to turn around. Oh, frick. Oh, and there goes the door.
Servos on.
Now we're gonna kill Data. Yeah, this was a great plan. I don't know why the heck they decide to do this.
What's happening?
Too much to explain.
Too much to explain. No, there's not too much to explain. The lasers are firing at me. That is what you can explain. That's what you can say.
LaPorte Enterprise, we have a problem.
Yeah, we have a problem and I just caused it. Check out my hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Except it's more like fire, fire, baby, because we're about to blow up Data.
Hydraulics room alone and we're hearing laser blasts.
God dang it, Jordy, why did you touch things? I thought we were supposed to turn that off. We just had one man die in there. Why did you think it was a good idea to let him run the program?
Get him out of there!
Yeah, thanks. That's great. We were already working on that, Captain.
It's not working again. We gotta get this.
It's not working again. Yeah, that just reiterates the fact that they shouldn't have tried this. Why would they run the program with someone in there? I mean, yeah, sure, if you want to run the program again to see if it does the same thing, great, but do it while you're outside of the room. Ah, don't worry, man. Even if he does get blown up, he's a robot. Data's not gonna die. He can't die. He's immortal. As an immortal being myself, I can relate. Dude, not even one shot on you.
No need to beat me up, sir. The situation is under control.
Did you body slam the laser?
Are you all right?
Yes?
Yes.
What happened? Did you do anything which might have set it off?
No?
I existed.
But the firing program was dynamic.
The fire?
Somebody programmed it to shoot the guy who was gonna stand there.
It tracked with me, anticipating.
Oh. Interesting. So either it gained sentience, or whoever programmed it to kill that guy really wanted to kill that guy.
Are you suggesting that someone was controlling the aiming and firing sequence?
Okay, hold up. If someone was controlling that, why would they be stupid enough to try and try to kill Data? I mean, their own coworker, sure, maybe they hate him, but why Data? That's just a stupid idea. And who would it be? 'Cause that guy was with Geordi, so I guess he's cleared. And then the girl and Kurt both went to the Enterprise, so they're cleared, and the other guy's dead, so who the heck could it be? Who could it be that was controlling the lasers?
What did you do to this laser drill?
It's a sentient robot, isn't it? And he made it sentient.
We were attempting to trace the source of the malfunction when it attacked me.
How much more of this
Well, of course it attacked you.
useless fantasy do I have to listen to? None at all.
Fantasy? This sounds like a nightmare. What are you talking
What's the
about?
man light attempt?
Oh, look! We can sort of see his fish in the background. That's nice. I always liked Picard's fish.
You have no right to interfere.
This guy's acting so suspicious. It makes me want to think that he's the killer, but again, like, he can't be, because he wasn't down there when it happened, so he couldn't have controlled the robot, considering, it had to be manually controlled. So I'm still not sure who the killer is.
Fortunately, I was able to cope with it.
By murdering it.
And not by much from what I saw.
And what do you mean, not by much? He murdered that thing, and he has not a scratch on
I
him.
believe it was programmed to destroy any person moving in that room, sir.
Okay, so it was programmed to destroy any person moving in that room, so it wasn't controlled manually. Somebody programmed it to kill people, and I'm assuming it was probably either Kurt or the technosexual.
I couldn't save him. The injuries were too severe, the damage too extensive.
Well, that's okay. I kind of expected
The
it.
entire. I want you and Geordi to return for more careful inspection.
Okay, I just almost died, but I'll gladly go back down.
Wait to look for it.
This room is a lot more creepy with the lights off.
I need some visual assistance.
Visual assistance. Interesting.
Nothing but basic elements.
I don't get it. I just see a light.
Inorganic. Sandy texture. Those flashes are almost
Like Morse code.
musical.
Oh, okay.
Complex harmonies.
That's great, but what are we looking at? Because to me it just looks like a white dot.
Speculation.
Morse code.
Could it be alive?
Okay, I guess that's my other question.
And the reason someone killed Mallinson.
Interesting. I still don't remember this episode. Or whatever this blinking light is. Stop making me hungry. F you.
So that it's true.
This looks familiar. I don't know why, but this right here looks familiar. The thing in the jar, it looks familiar.
Not organic.
Well, probably wouldn't be healthy to eat.
Magnify the screen.
50% sea and 50% weed.
Factor 5.
I don't know why, but this just reminds me of that SpongeBob episode. It's got bridges.
What are we looking at?
Yeah, exactly. What the frick are we looking at?
What's that hum?
I don't think it likes us looking at it.
Everyone stand by.
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna blow up.
The pattern of the flashes.
Morse code!
Not repetitive or sequential.
Morse code?
Pattern not recognized.
Okay, it's not Morse code.
Disregard incongruity and theorize as to source.
What? Yeah, sure, the computer can theorize.
Life.
Life. I think they broke their computer.
What do you mean a life form? What life form?
Oh, he knows about it, man. He's gotta be pissed. No, maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't, because I'm pretty sure it's the blonde guy who's the killer. I don't know why, it's just my gut instinct is telling me it's the blonde guy.
Desolation, a recon expedition certified Velara 3 lifeless.
I want to know why whoever killed that guy would kill that guy. Because I know that they're destroying the life here. I'm guessing they know about the life, but they don't believe it's life because they're inorganic. But that one dude who's like obsessed over inorganic life forms, like Data, is probably considering this thing to be life, so that's probably why he killed people. That's probably why he killed people. It's because he considers it life, they don't, and the only way to save them is to kill people. In his crazy mind, or whatever.
You know the Prime Directive.
Are you saying that unknowingly defied it?
That's what I have to find out.
Well, I mean, in his defense, the thing is inorganic. A guy like him probably would have just overlooked it if he came across it. He'd probably just think, it's some kind of natural formation on this planet or something. Same with the Federation people who came and checked the planet out to make sure it was lifeless. It really falls on them, actually. 'Cause they just declared the thing to not be life, if they even ran across it. But this guy running across it, it makes sense that he wouldn't assume that it's life, and that he would continue doing his job, simply because, one, he was told the planet has no life on it, and two, this thing is inorganic. So, why would he assume it's life? It's not necessarily his fault.
It was what an obsessed man will do to keep going. Kill, perhaps?
Oh my god, he's already super suspicious of this guy. You're already going to just immediately tell this guy that he's a suspect in this murder mystery thing? That's quick on the draw there, Picard. I'm still pretty sure it's the blonde guy. Or actually, it could be the woman. It could be her, just because she seems the least likely, and, you know, Star Trek is fond of its twists, so it could be the girl.
You hit it pretty hard, Captain.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of a jerkish move, honestly.
Could he have accomplished the reprogramming that Data says took place?
No, he's way too stupid.
Terraformers are often obsessive. It frequently goes with a career profile.
Okay. Well, I mean, that kind of sucks, because in the beginning of this episode I said I wanted to be one, but, you know, now that you're grouping me with a bunch of obsessive murderers, you know, I'm not sure I want to be one.
How do you read the designer?
You might do better than I.
Oh, yeah, you might do better than I, because, you know, she's a woman, and you like to freaking drop hats around those. So, you know. Yeah, while you're at it, why don't you have Tasha go check out all the men? Oh, she's over here crying. Well, she probably didn't murder if she's crying.
Did you really find a life form?
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna be like, is he really dead or something? But no, you're talking about the life form. Okay.
Respect.
She could just be a good actor. She could have already known about the life form. I think it wants to be put back down on its planet before it dies or something.
Warning.
Oh, it had a baby. It was pregnant.
Activate quarantine field.
What does that do?
Quarantine field full.
What does that mean?
Full shield backup. Evacuating lab.
Translation required.
Why are you freaking out all of a sudden? I don't understand.
Being patched.
Translation? From whom?
The dots. Wow, they suck at that. They suck at speaking.
Evacuate.
They're worse than me. Well, they're not evacuating very fast.
Request emergency power to initiate lab quarantine seal.
Are you guys crazy or something? I'm pretty sure the things are just trying to talk to you. What? You're acting like they did something horrible, but I don't know what they did.
More than that. There's intelligent life.
Okay, great. So why are you freaking out?
It's trying to communicate with us.
And instead of communicating back, we left like a bunch of psychopaths.
They've taken over our medical lab.
Taken over the medical lab. Oh, okay. So why not just beam it back down to the planet?
An alien life form has taken possession of my medical lab.
Well, that's your fault for bringing it aboard your ship, dummy. Maybe you should try talking to it, you know? I mean, it tried to talk to you and you just left. Like a weirdo.
But not life. Not by any definition that I've ever heard.
See, I don't blame him for thinking that. I don't think he's a bad guy for thinking that a little ball of light was probably not life.
But you try to keep that knowledge from us.
Yeah, that is kind of suspicious.
Tell them about the pattern in the sand.
Ah, see, blonde guy knows about the pattern in the sand. Interesting.
Honestly, we did not give it any thought.
See, I knew they wouldn't think about it.
Point out again.
Maybe the murderer is actually the ball of light, and not any of these people. Maybe the balls of light are actually the murderers, and that's why Data found one in the room where the laser was, and yeah, it makes sense. Maybe they knew that these guys were terraforming their land and going to kill them all, so they decided to kill them instead. Yeah, that makes sense.
Certainly not life.
Why was I never told about this?
Because, we don't like you. Oh, they're sand dollars.
But is it alive?
Probability positive.
I wasn't asking you.
No, it's locked 3 people in a turbo lift and 2 more in the programmer's restroom.
Well, that's not good.
The universal translator is coming online, sir.
Ugly.
The first word it says to them is ugly. It just insults them right off the bat. That's hilarious.
Ugly. Giant. Bags of mostly water.
Rude. I take offense to that. Alright, I say we terraform their stupid planet, man. How dare they try to insult us?
An accurate description of humans, sir. You are over 90% water surrounded
Wrong.
by a flexible container.
Wrong, Google, wrong. 90%, over 90% water. Jesus Christ. Where did you guys get your science?
Life force. Do you understand us?
What? They just called you an ugly bag of water. Of course they understand you.
We talk. You do not listen.
Well, we're listening now that you finally learned English.
We didn't hear you.
To die.
It killed Malazan.
Ah, I was right. I thought it was the blonde guy for the longest time, but I was right with my last little theory there.
Is beautiful.
Bag in dome did no.
Which bag? That bag? That big bag?
Much death with you.
No war. We don't want that. We're just gonna beam you down now and leave, okay? I don't like these ugly, sparkling pieces of dust. They're mean.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, they're done talking, Captain. I think they want to kill you now.
Of course
no, not this again.
Skin. When I'm shaving down there, not just anyone.
When I'm shaving down there? Jesus Christ. What the frick? I don't need to hear that on television, okay? Freaking children are watching. This is TV PG. When I'm shaving down there?
One thing that is certain, however,
they don't like us and they want to kill us.
Life form
seems to have a quicker rapport with our computers than we have.
Oh, great. That's not terrifying.
What do you expect?
Captain, picking up a decrease in infrared intensity.
Why are we so close to Geordi's face?
It does seem dormant, Captain.
Kill it while it's asleep.
Coordinates to beam it back where it came from.
We are unable to affect it.
Evacuate all the air from the medical lab. I want a vacuum there.
Interesting. Why would you think that would affect them? Do you know that they breathe? Maybe they don't breathe.
Mental systems fail to respond to command, Captain.
Okay, I guess they do breathe, because they don't want you touching that stuff.
It said you were trying to kill some of them. I need to know how.
I don't know!
With the drill.
What was Mallinson?
Saline water under the sandy top soil. He was siphoning that off.
Saline water sustained them.
It connected them.
It's like the salt-sucking creature from the original series. Just remove the salt.
If we had continued to remove that water,
they'd all die. No, they turned into one of those squishy toys, you know, that you get from, like, the quarter machines at the mall.
Meaning, the microbrain might be photoelectric.
So, turn off the lights. It's like a plant.
Sorry, sir, it still has control of the computer. We can't do it by remote.
Okay, I say we get Data to go down there, bust down the door, and then he can punch out the lights.
More light, please.
Well, maybe if you do a little bit less death, we'll give you more light.
You are like others.
Well, you guys weren't very nice to us, just saying.
Darkness, death, terrible.
Man, these guys are cowards.
Must go. War over.
Great! That was easy. What's in the back?
You are still too arrogant, too primitive.
We're primitive? No, I'm sorry, but you guys are the ones that are primitive, okay? I don't care if you're a computer, you're very primitive. Alright, you're calling us ugly bags of water. You're like, oh, we need the light, we're gonna die. You guys are the primitive ones here, I'm just saying.
Come back 3 centuries.
No thanks, I decline your invitation and I will nuke your planet in, maybe like the next 2 weeks.
Then we trust.
These guys are way too arrogant. They're saying, oh, you're too arrogant. Oh, come back in 3 centuries when you're smarter. They're arrogant. What the frick? I hate these things. I want to kill them.
Starbase with the 3 surviving terraformers.
Great.
Perhaps the lesson we have learned is from happening elsewhere.
Saddle up, we got a case.
That one was just boring. Wait, what's this? Oh, I guess that's the start of the next episode. Okay. Well, anyway, that one was boring. What episode is this called? What title is this? Home Soil? Home Soil? You know what? It's no wonder that I forgot this episode existed. It's no wonder that I could not remember it, because that was very forgettable, boring, and lame. Just forgettable, boring, and lame. Let me just move this up a little bit. Sorry. Need my text tool. Thank you. Okay. That one is gonna go, I guess, in 1. It'll go in 1. Because I did not like that. That was incredibly boring. It took way too long to get to the point, and it just sucks. The only thing I liked about it was the little pieces of garbage calling the human race ugly bags of water. That was hilarious. Other than that, it was just lame. Lame, 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 lame. Boring and lame. I don't ever want to watch that one again. That was terrible. I would put it on an unwatchable, but it didn't make me angry enough. I feel like if it's unwatchable, it would have to make me angry. Like, it would need to make no sense at all and be an actual, like, mess of an episode. That was not a mess of an episode, it was just really boring, because I've seen Star Trek episodes like it in the original series that were done way better. And it just made me wish I was watching one of those, you know? I didn't like that. I didn't like that episode. It sucked. Not great. Barely watchable. I don't know if you guys agree. Let me know in the comment section below. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it for this time, guys. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode, if one exists. I can't believe I talked for 2 hours on this thing. I guess most of that was explaining this chart, yeah. Okay. Bye.